Hey guys, it's time for Vtubers Suck Part 4. What are we doing today? We are talking about corporations. So, this VTuber Erandel, I don't know what their name is. They go by Dell. Okay, but they tweeted out, male VTubers, do you feel left out as a lot of indie VTuber corporations just aren't looking for male VTubers? Well, first of all, we kind of have a boom of like male VTubers being wanted, right? Like, can we be, can we like look at that for a second? It's become much more common that these agencies are looking for them. At least the big ones. Small ones, I don't know. I don't pay attention to the small ones. But like we come over here and I feel like when I read a bit more and who's talking about it, I've noticed that like for example, someone who I recently was in a stream with back in June as a plus size queer mask presenting VTuber, it's also infuriating not seeing the rep. I come from a business background and understand that certain things sell better than others, but the ones who market themselves as inclusive just to show another pale skinned, skinny model. Yeah, that is very true. I don't think that it's male VTubers aren't in demand. I think the problem is that anything that's not mainstream is not in command. There's other people like Scully. Well, I saw Scully earlier, but Scully was talking about this. There's also like a bunch of male VTubers I'm seeing in here that kind of, don't fit that mold. Like here, let's look at this for a second. Niji Sanji, male VTubers. Like, let's look at this. Pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. We got a bunch of pretty boys. Pretty boys. They're all skinny, thin, pretty boys. Something else is that they have a very distinct type of voice archetype. Usually they have one with the masculine voice, like the very deep voice, like notorious for his deep voice. Whatever his name is, I can't remember off the top. Vox, there it is, Vox. Totally didn't forget his name. But then yeah, like kind of more the feminine types. Formerly Mista, now Canine Kuro. You know, kind of the hits that kind of closer to a feminine male voice. But it's like, what about people that don't have those like very specific voice archetypes? They don't really get seen as much. They're not sought out by these big corporations. There are groups that pay attention to them. I'm pretty sure V Shoujo's like members collaborate with a lot of people that don't fit these molds. But when it comes to like actually like corporations taking the time to look at these, not really. I feel like we kind of need more VTubers being represented in these kind of more corporate fashion, these corporate scenes, like whether they're VTubers of color or VTubers that are plus size or just a very different aesthetic. Let me see if I can. Just scrolling through here, I'm pretty sure I can find someone that does not match like this. I think like we need a more VTubers being represented on a bigger scale. The Blue, for example, does not fit that criteria, but I think Blue would make an amazing VTuber to be put on a payroll for a corporation. Let's see here. Just scrolling through here. Doxy is a phenomenal content creator. They put in a lot of work. They work on a lot of stuff on their own. They could be like they would do great in a corporate setting. I feel like if it doesn't fit a mold, people don't want to give them the time of day. But there is a market for these VTubers that don't fit a mold. I don't know how to pronounce that. That would be great. That would make a lot of that would get a lot of attention. I mean, look at that. 20k impressions, 909 likes, 63 retweets, and 184 comments. I'm pretty sure that, let's see here. Okay, people are just being thirsty. Okay, yeah, that's okay. But yeah, there's plenty of. We do not have enough variety on the mainstream front, you know? I think like the closest we have is either Zentrea. Let me think here. What's her name? Juniper. Juniper. Oh, that's right. It's Ego Cider. Yeah, right. No, right here. I think Juniper is like probably the first one that I've seen that broke the mold. That does very well. Oh yeah, I forgot about Matera, whatever her name is. You know, it's like people who do things differently can do well. I'm not saying that you can't like you have to be like really bold with your design if you have a very specific style that's like Miku Hatsune Miku whatever, inspired by your favorite Vocaloid or Genshin character. That's fine too. But what I'm saying is I feel like we do not have enough representation outside of those. I feel like we need more people to have time in the limelight, you know? Also, there's a clown. You guys like clowns? Of course you do. You're here. Let's end it off on the clown bimbo. Well, maybe that's mean. I don't know. Is that mean? Is that derogatory? I don't know. Tell me in the comments if that was not okay. I gladly retract that if people feel that is not okay. That is my 5 in the morning rambling that I can't sleep.